Peace and blessings, family. Want to come to y'all a little bit tonight. Just talk a little bit. I entitled this "The War," and I'm gonna touch a little bit. So I entitled this "The War." Then I have age and gender. And then I have family. So for the last 3 days, I'm gonna say, I was working at my desk on the first day. And was listening to just instrumental music on YouTube. I get these really cool. One was like chill hop, and then it's this latest one. And you know how you listen to music, and I don't know about y'all, but instrumental music in particular has a way of speaking to my spirit. So while I'm working, it just helps me to like kind of glide and work and type. That's what I was doing, on a proposal and some other things. And as I was working, I thought to myself, I feel inside of myself things shifting and changing inside of myself, you know, because I'm coming up on my 50th moon. So for me, I'm always thinking, okay, maybe it's that I'm just really getting older. You know, you grow older. You have many moons. You have many nights. You're taking kind of you know, inventory, if you will, of your life, or you start reflecting more. I feel like now I'm living in a time of a lot of memories and a lot of data, like ancestral data coming down on me a lot. It's not in a bad way, but I'm also dealing with a lot of health stuff. So I'm moving here. Then one song came on and I heard this song and it made me stop. And I repeated the song and repeated the song and repeated the song. And I'm currently repeating the song. It's the song you hear in the background. And at first I thought the song was Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. And then I went and I looked up the song and it had that same bass line. When I listened to the lyrics, I was like, that's not how I'm feeling, you know? So I just kept playing the song because this is a jazz version of whatever I thought it was. And then I started thinking about over the last 3 days some of the messaging or some of the I work with a lot of young people, so I'm having to always work through their stuff, which is kind of working through my stuff because a lot of it is reflective on my own journeys. My time of working since I was a little girl. You know what I mean? Always working. And then today, I typed the name of the band in. No, I looked up at the top of the song when I was repeating it, and the name of this piece is called Age, just plain Age. And I said, wow, wasn't the song I thought it was. This really is, these people, this band really did write something called Age. Like they composed, you know, a song. So you have the piano in it, you have the bass. God, I mean, that's what I can hear clearly is those two mainly. So as I was listening to it, and over the last 3 days, in my mind, I was reflecting a lot on time. I'm always reflecting on the ancestors and their journey, and particularly the journey of my own mind. And then it reflects to just the people who I've been intertwined in as I've been moving around in my life. And I thought about some of the major issues that we're having, whether we're talking about the pandemic. And it started out, like we have this virus going around and it's killing people. And we don't know if it's a cold or it's a version of a cold. We think you got the flu. It's all kind of stuff. And then, we took that time out. It was like a reset button, you know. But in the back of my mind, when I see things and information coming from all sorts of places, like so whether it's the CDC or your friends that are doctors or your friends that are activists or your mothers or your fathers or concerned people and then I started to study more of Black folks' interaction with medicine and why sometimes it seems like Black folks are so sick all the time. Like, why is it that we are the group that is sick first? And, why are we the first group that people are testing things on, or quick to say that somehow we have something that other people don't have? You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's hitting the Black folks so hard. People become very concerned. Like, sometimes if they get Black folks on board with whatever it is they're pushing, then it must be serious. You know what I mean? Like, and then the recall came up, and then I'm hearing all of these people sending out messages again, going after Black folks, why we should keep the current governor and why he is so good for Black folks, but we don't see what he's done for Black folks. I mean, all the things that people who are in positions don't want you to question because it's working good for them, but it's really not working good for the Black folks to which I belong. As a woman, it's not working so great for me, this governor. And I do very good in traditional spaces because it's like having rules, but I can always work around your rules or know what my lane is so I can work accordingly in the lane. Um, and then I think about my ancestors and all of the struggles that they've been through. Every time there is a system change, they would change in the system. And every time they feel like we may have an adjustment, making a good adjustment, then they come and they change it yet again. And I thought to myself, this is a real war. This is really a war, family. And it's a war on our whole soul. And this is not a religious thing because I'm not in this stuff. But I think whatever God you serve, if it works for you, God bless you. May the universe bless you. May the Great Spirit bless you, protect you, the whole nine. But I think we have to be very honest about things when it's really not working for you, for the community to which you belong. I remember hearing an elder say that that things are going a big shift will happen, a big change will happen because it'll be like up is down and down is up. And I don't know how anyone else feel, but I really do feel like we're in that time period of things being up and things that were straight up. Now it's like kind of upside down. When you see so many young girls like really struggling with their families, with their mother, when the great mother is struggling. And when I say the great mother, I mean that female divine feminine energy that comes from woman. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when we stand in the gap for other people who may help to bring someone to the side through their sacred portal carrier, which is their womb. And then we are here. And then when it's time for you all to separate or to break away, there's a lot of turmoil. Like you don't want the person to leave, or maybe sometimes you're reflecting on you're not doing the things you wanted to do for you. And then you treat the person bad. I'm always sad by the way we kind of just let people go. Like in terms of, we had a whole bunch of young people, excuse me, who maybe completed high school and now they're, when you're young, you're supposed to feel invincible. You're supposed to feel like you got all the answers. I guess that's a part of being young. I was young once. I mean, younger like that once. But that don't mean we let them go. That don't mean we be so caught up in our feelings that we don't give a damn where they are. It doesn't mean that you get to get other people to sign on to you being mad at your daughter or your son. And so don't help them, don't talk to them. That doesn't help us, family. We got to learn that in this war, we have to love on each other a little harder. We have to make sure that young sister or young brother, because I work mainly with girls, but I'm pretty sure this happens for boys too, that we have to figure out. Sometimes that means to maybe step back from them, but to still check on them, to let them know they really are not alone. And I'm seeing too many of our young people being left alone. Um, and not really getting the care that they need from us as a community. I'm seeing too many fear tactics being placed on Black folks. When I think about this recall, Black folks better look at this because it may not be as bad. See, what I know about our people, we do very well when we are forced to have to deal with each other. You know, we don't see people saying that they like you doesn't mean anything if their actions show how much they really hate you. So, like for instance, we have this recall. So now we have information out about, making it look like it's black folks with an onk and all that crazy shit. Basically saying, let's keep the governor, let's get rid of the governor. We have nothing to lose because we don't have anything. So I feel like we have to look at, the other people who are running, or maybe put our eggs in the basket, try new things, because we should know every type of person there is, because our ancestors have lived through every type of person you can think of in this country. So all we can really do is give it a try, to step out of the box. And so when people come with you with fear about the pandemic, fear about making you get vaccinated, like that, you shouldn't even be a thought. Like, I feel like if everybody's wearing a face mask and you're wearing a gloves, or whoever, if they're not, if you are one of those people who are so afraid, wear your face mask, wear your gloves, but don't put fear on other people, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to die from COVID. They're probably going to die at the hands of a person who looks just like them. So I think we got to really think about how we are allowing people to fear bait us. We shouldn't do that, family. We're much too brilliant to have that happen to us. We really gotta think about it. You know, Look at your family line, not the fantasy version, not the fantasy version, but the real version. Who was your mom? Who was your dad? What was their life like? If they wasn't in your life for whatever reason, find out why. And not so much of like, being pissed at them for what they could not do for you, but really, 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 really think about what was happening in their lives that they could not be there for you. We gotta love each other a little tighter, family, because we are all that we have. Age. The name of this song is called simply Age. When I look at my 2-year-old great nephew, and when I look at my 6-year-old great nephew, I often wonder what life may be like for them if they had more tools than I had. And I don't mean the tools of having a gazillion dollars, or the latest tennis shoes, or the appearance that they're, just like everyone else. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that ancestral wisdom and knowledge to love, to be proud of who they are, to be healthy and productive men that they will grow into, to be healthy and respectable and loving young men, that they may be happy and joyful little boys. When I think of my nieces, I want them to be healthy and empowered young women, as they have the God given um, sacred responsibility of having a sacred portal, of having a womb. Yes. What does that mean? I want them to feel so good about that. And I don't want them to feel like they're in this place alone, that they are not loved, that they are not connected to a people that are great, that in their blood, in their DNA, are these awesome God people that flow through their veins and through their blood, that they are the keeper of the night and the day. That they are that sacred human being that get to stand on two, and that they keep flushing out one or three in their very womb. I want them to age gracefully. I want them to live well. And I don't want them to be preyed upon. I don't want them to be anyone's guinea pig. I don't want them to be anyone's floor. Yes. The name of this song is called Age. think about who we are as a people. We are the people that created the sacred, so many sacred forms of music, whether that's jazz or hip hop, pop or rock, you name it. Even in the midst of our turmoils and struggles, we still created, we still loved. We are responsible for the human beings that have come through. For everyone comes out of the original man and original woman. All of the two of them are twin halves of the same whole. And when they come together, they make one. No one can change that. So we're a war family. The war for our people's mind, the war for our souls, the war for our gender rights as women and men. We are at war for the family, the sacredness of it, of our community. We have to be willing to fight that fight. And a big part of that fight is not letting go of each other, not dismissing each other, not disowning each other because we may not agree with each other. We cannot, family. We can't even afford to act like we don't see each other. We can't even do that. So I just want to come to y'all tonight and just kind of share that because I feel like our ancestors are needing us to remember them. Our ancestors need us to celebrate our triumphs and our accomplishments. They need us to celebrate the fact that we get up every morning and take that breath of fresh air that the Great Spirit has given us in the elements. And we get to stand on the Great Mother, the earth, that womb that we stand on, that feed us, that clothe us, that love us, that give us light and then give us day. So family, we must be good to each other.